Good morning. It's another beautiful day for baseball in the Rogue Valley. We're getting ready to get started here with Washington Northwest taking on Washington Southwest in the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships. The class of 2022 getting ready to do battle here at Harry and David Field. First pitch right on time at 8 o'clock, and we're underway. Parker Smith getting the start on the mound for Washington Southwest. Caden Wotipka digging into the right-handed batter's box. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Washington Northwest wearing the red jerseys today. Wotipka takes another strike now behind the count 1-2. Washington Southwest in the teal jerseys, although listed in the program as Tropic Blue. We'll go with that, Tropic Blue. 2-2 the count. Wotipka at the plate. Parker Smith comes set and delivers. It's a chopper, and Smith's going to field it himself. Flip it to first in time for the first out of the game. Only took us a minute to get to it. That'll bring up Tyler Hogan. Hogan out of Monroe High School in Washington, bats from the left side. Hogan will start at second base, shift over to shortstop in the middle of the game, then finish up at second. Parker Smith is a Gonzaga commit. 6'2" right-hander, weighing in at 200 pounds from Liberty Lake, Washington. Fastball sits between 83 and 85 miles an hour. The breaking ball, somewhere between 72 and 73, and the changeup, about 74 and 75. Also spends some time in the outfield. Behind in the count 2-0 to Tyler Hogan. Hogan rips one down the line and foul. 2-1 the count.
Hey Chris, can you text Khalil and see which receiver he's using? Yes, I can.
Thank you. 2-1 the count. 1 away in the top of the first inning. Smith delivers and Hogan flails at 1. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside call, strike 3. Good frame job there behind the plate by Josh Baldwin. Strikeout number 1 for Smith, and we're to out number 2 in the inning. Smith delivers. First pitch swinging is Chris Woodside. Fouls it into his own dugout. Count 0-1 Woodside. A catcher. Woodinville High School in Washington, 6'1", 195. Bats from the right side. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts in a row, and that's how Smith will start the day. A 1-2-3 top of the first as we head to the bottom half of the inning. Still scoreless here at Harry and David Field. When we come back, we'll talk about the pitcher, Jacob Gabler, who will get the start for the Washington Northwest team. We'll be back. You take a look at the Travel Medford scoreboard. part of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships presented by Table Rock Sports. We'll be back in just a bit.
As the president of Southern Oregon University, I want you to know that you are welcome here on our lovely campus.
Hi, my name is Marjorie Trueblood Gamble, and I'm the Director of Diversity and Inclusion here at Southern Oregon University. We want you to know you are welcome here.
I'm Susan Walsh, Provost at Southern Oregon University, and you are welcome here.
Du bist hier willkommen. You are welcome here.
Yokoso.
Tu és bem-vindo aqui.
SOU 欢迎你.
तपाईँहरूलाई यहाँ स्वागत छ.
You are welcome here.
أنتم مرحبون هنا.
欢迎来到美国南俄勒冈州立大学.
ยินดีต้อนรับ
You are welcome here.
Chào mừng bạn đến đây.
You are welcome here.
Bottom of the first inning, Jacob Gabler on the mound, getting warmed up. Gabler out of Edmonds, Washington, 6'6", 210. Throws right-handed, bats from the left side. Headed to Bellevue College after high school this year. Throw down will set the defense behind him as Vicente Feliciano steps in. On the left side of the infield, it's Schwartzmiller and Burns. On the right side, Hogan and Wotipka. Johnson, Bruce, Patterson is how the outfield goes from left to right, and behind the plate is Dotzauer. Feliciano steps in. Left-handed batter. Throws right-handed. Out of Auburn Mountain View High School in Washington, goes up first pitch swinging and fouls it away. The 0-1 way inside. Feliciano gets out of the way and is able to hold the bat back, so it'll go to 1-1. Nobody out in the the bottom half of the first inning. Washington Southwest at the plate. Coming set is Gabler. He delivers. 2-1 swung on and miss. Evens up the count at 2-2. For those of you that were watching yesterday, in the second game between Washington East and Idaho, Kyler Saunders was hit while pitching, a comebacker. Feliciano goes down swinging. We're told that he was hit in the jaw area, but did not require any stitches. Has a concussion, but is going to be okay. So that's good news. And we're glad to hear that he's doing all right. Gabler picks up his first strikeout. Now he'll face Kyle Mamarian, wearing number NW. Takes a first pitch strike from Gabler. Mamarian out of Skyview High School, 6 foot, 170, right-hander. Watches a second pitch skip in the dirt for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Mamarian can play all around the infield. And we'll see some of that today, starting at shortstop. 1-1 fouled away into the screening behind home plate. Now he's behind in the count, 1-2. to the future Bulldog. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Blocked by Dotzauer. Throws down to first in time for strikeout number 2, out number 2 of the inning. That'll bring up Isaiah McFall, left-handed batter. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Gabler delivers. McFall swings and comes up empty-handed. Dotzauer blocks it in front of the plate. And now in danger of becoming the third strikeout victim to Gabler in the inning. Feliciano went down looking. Mamarian went down swinging. Now Gabler will get a new ball. That one a little scuffed up after hitting the dirt. The baseballs are a little different for those of you that haven't been watching or haven't heard me say it already. Instead of using the high school ball, which they're more used to, they're using a college ball, so it's a little bit lower seams. And that's what the college and pro scouts are looking for, how these high schoolers are able to handle that new baseball and able to spin it while they're out there. That one spun into the dirt. Count 1-2 with 2 outs. We're at Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. Pretty mild morning, still a little smoky skies. Told by some of the weather folks around here that is from the fires up in Douglas County, north of us. So winds blowing south and bringing in smoke from the wildfire up there. No fires anywhere near Medford, but the way the valley works, the smoke rolls in and then it just sits. You need some strong winds in order to get that out of the valley. We haven't had that in the last week or so. We're hoping that changes soon. In the meantime, we got a 2-2 count to McFall. Gabler waits. Comes set, the wind, and the pitch. Hit into left field. Tracking it is Johnson, and he'll make the play for the final out of the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning is how we do things in the first, both halves. We'll be back in just a bit as you take a look at the scoreboard. No runs, no hits, no errors for either team in the first inning. We'll head to the second, scoreless. We'll be back in just a bit with more from the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We're back at Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon for the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships. Leading off for Washington Northwest is Bryce Johnson. wearing number 5. Johnson, an outfielder and pitcher committed to Yakima Valley College. He and Parker Smith will do battle. Smith worked through a 1-2-3 first inning, ending it with 2 strikeouts. Count 1-1 to Johnson. That's a hard hit ball up the middle. And a good snag by Mamarian at short. Quick throw over, but it's off the glove of Struckmeyer. A full stretch to try to get Johnson, who is hustling down the line. They'll go ahead and give him the first base hit of the day. A bang-bang play at first. But Mamarian doing a good job to keep that ball from headed to the outfield. Gave himself a chance. But Johnson, good hustle down the line. That'll bring up Jack Fenton. Fenton pitched on the first day. Also plays around the infield. Takes a first pitch high from Parker Smith. 5'11", 177 is what he's listed. Runner goes and got him with plenty of time. Good throw there from Josh Baldwin behind the dish. And that leadoff single is wiped out. Caught stealing. The defense behind Parker Smith on the left side of the infield, Feliciano, and we saw Mamarian make that diving play at short. On the right side, Miner and Struckmeyer working from left to right in the outfield. Schuleman, Walling, and Weissenfels. And we saw the arm of Josh Baldwin behind home plate. He'll get the first 4 innings, and then he'll switch with Joe Schutz. Joe Schutz, excuse me. Ripped down the line, foul out of play. Count stays 2-2.
I should know that my neighbors spell their name the same way and it shoots.
Called strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Smith. His second one that he's sent packing without lifting the bat off their shoulder. That'll bring up Jonah Scholl. Scholl plays around the infield, but primarily over at third base. 6 foot 185 right-handed hitter. Hits one down the right field line, but into the fencing foul. Count even at 1-1. One count, 2 outs. Smith delivers. Good take there by Scholl. Started leaning out like he was thinking about swinging at the pitch, but he doesn't. 2-1. That's on the corner, a called strike, even things up at 2-2 with 2 outs. Outside, another lean, but no swing from Scholl. So the count runs full. 2 outs. Waiting on deck and hoping for an opportunity to bat is number 6, Carson Burke. Chopper down the line. Feliciano's not going to be able to get to it. It's a fair ball into left field. Rounding first and holding there will be Scholl. A 2-out base hit. Just over the bag, and now another runner on with 2 outs. So Carson Burke heads to the plate. Mostly plays first base, 6 foot, 190 right-hander out of Franklin High School in Washington. Takes a first pitch strike right at the belt. One thing Smith has been doing early well is getting those first pitch strikes, getting ahead in the count early, working from the stretch again. Chopper up the middle, fielded at second base, going to be thrown to first by Minor, and that will be it for the inning. No runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's a look at the scoreboard presented by the City of Medford for the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships. I'm Josh Shelton. We'll be right back with more action right here on TableRockSports.net.
Seen a new way to achieve the highest level of savings. Peak Rewards. The Peak Rewards app is your roadmap to savings wherever your journey takes you. Simply by using our mobile app, you can shop for a mountain of savings in any of our convenience stores and fuel up for less. Just download the Peak Rewards app, register, find participating stations and stores near you, and start saving. With Peak Rewards, you can travel further for less. So what are you waiting for? Download Peak Rewards today and find a location near you.
We're back at Harry and David Field, part of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships here in Medford. A whole slew of games going on today. We'll have more action to come right here for the class of 2022. Right now, it's all tied up at 0 between Washington Northwest and Southwest. For the Washington Southwest team, Carson Hayes, Reese Walling, and Joe Weissenfels will bat in this inning. No hits for the Tropic Blue wearing Southwest side. Gabler worked a 1-2-3 first inning, striking out the first 2 batters he saw, then inducing a fly out on the left field line. Gabler gets some knucks from his corner infielders, and now we'll get started. Carson Hayes to the plate. Hayes, a 5'8" right-hander, headed to Lower Columbia after high school. Showing bunt and then ducking out of the way as that ball was headed towards his melon. Hayes will play second base starting in the 4th inning. Right now he's just hitting. Takes the first 2 pitches for a ball. So ahead in the count, 2-0. Gabler looks in, working from the windup, delivers. Inside corner, called strike. Hayes recalibrating. Quickly back into the right-handed batter's box. 2-1 count. Gabler delivers. Outside now, Hayes has the advantage, 3-1 here. In a low crouch, waiting at the plate, and takes a strike at the knees. Full count. Waiting on deck is Reese Walling. Walling, a left-handed outfielder. Swing and a miss after falling behind in the count, 3-1. Gabler works his way back and gets strikeout number 3. That'll bring up Walling, a 6'5" left-handed hitter, headed to Washington State. a future Coug taking on a future Bulldog. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Coming set and delivering. Two-0 count. Walling out of Prairie High School. He awaits the 2-0. Fouls it straight back into the screening. From Vancouver, Washington. Don't let the height fool you. He's pretty fast. A 60-yard dash time of 6.9 seconds. Swings and misses on the 2-1 in on his hands. Count even at 2-2. Here's Gabler. Flared down the left field line, and that will be fair. Thinking about two. There'll be a play at seconds, but a stand-up double for Reese Walling, showing off a little bit of that speed. So Washington Southwest picks up their first hit, and they've got a runner on second. Striding to the plate is number 24, Joe Weissenfels. Dancing around at second was Walling. Weissenfels takes the first pitch for a ball. So Gabler working out of the stretch for the first time today after retiring the first four batters. That's on the outside corner for a called strike. Weissenfels, 5'11", 170, right-handed outfielder from Richland High School in Washington. The 1-1 in the dirt, blocked by Dotzauer. 2-1 the count. Runner in scoring position here for Weissenfels. That's on the right side on the ground, fielded by Wotipka. He'll flip it to Gabler covering first for the out. 2 outs. Advancing to third is Walling. A chance for Keaton Fisher to put one into the outfield to bring in the first run of the game. Keaton Fisher, another 6'5", left-handed hitter. Takes a first pitch for a called strike. Gabler with a runner on third will just work from the windup. Fires two strikes to get this at-bat started. Fisher now behind the count, 0-2, 2 outs. Runner 90 feet away from home. The kick at the pitch. High. Thought about trying to get Fisher to chase, put a little too outside, and Fisher lays off. 1-2 the count. Walling taking his lead off third after a 1-out double. And swinging right through it for strikeout number 4 for Gabler ends the inning and strands a runner. No runs on one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. We head to the top of the third. Here is a look at your Travel Medford scoreboard. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships between Washington Northwest and Washington Southwest, both the classes of 2022, both leaving runners stranded in the second. We'll head to the top of the third with more action on the other side of this break. You're watching TableRockSports.net.
Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
We're back at Harry and David Field on Table Rock Sports. I'm Josh Shelton. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships, presented by the City of Medford. Parker Smith back out for a third inning of work, going up against Carson Burns. Burns, 6'1" right-hander, hits one through the left side of the infield. And a leadoff base hit for Washington Northwest, their third of the day. Dylan Schwartzmiller digs in. Getting his first chance to hit today. Schwartzmiller started at third base for Washington Northwest. Takes a first pitch strike. Quite a few scouts and fans in the stands today. 1-1. Home plate umpire says that Schwartzmiller offered, so the count moves to 1-2. Ball was blocked by Baldwin. Kept the runner at first. Now there's a chopper third base side, but knocked down by Parker Gwynn over there at third base. Everett Community College coach, also coaching the Washington Northwest team, excuse me. 1-2 the count again. A chopper this time going to stay in fair territory and fielded by Josh Baldwin, but no one was able to get to it in time. Schwartzmiller hustling down the line for an infield base hit. Two on, nobody out. Carson Burns at second and Dylan Schwartzmiller at first. Foul tip and miss by Dotzauer. So some in-game stats for you from Parker Smith. Fastball sitting around 83, 86 miles an hour. Spinning the slider up to 2,100 RPM. And the changeup at 74, 76. Headed to Gonzaga. We'll talk more about Jacob Gabler and some of the impressive numbers that he's putting up on the other side of this inning. In the meantime, 0-2 count to Eric Dotzauer. 5'11" catcher. Watches one go by. played varsity all 3 years. Pop time pretty good at 2.08. 1-2 count. Swung on and missed, and he goes down on strikes. That's the 4th strikeout for Smith. First out of the inning. That brings up Gage Bruce. Bruce, a 5'10" right-hander out of Woodinville High School in Washington. Goes up swinging. It's a comebacker. A high chopper right at Smith. He'll throw to first to get the sure out. The other runners going on contact as that one was driven into the ground right in front of home plate. Two runners in scoring position now. Maxwell Patterson stepping into the plate. A called strike. Parker Smith getting ahead early. Swinging at the breaking ball. A look at that slider. Patterson quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Smith delivers a fastball outside. Patterson headed to Everett College after this last year in high school. The 1-2 swung on and missed. It's a drop third strike, but tagged by Baldwin. And 2 strikeouts in the inning. 5 strikeouts in total for Smith through 3 innings of work. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Another look at your Travel Medford scoreboard on the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships presented by Table Rock Sports and the City of Medford. We'll be back in just a little bit with some more action coming up right here.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Jacob Gabler headed out for his 3rd inning of work for Washington Northwest. The fastball sitting around 84, 86, but topping out at 87 and spinning it up to 22.30. The curveball around 74, 76, but that's also topping out at around 78 miles an hour. Spinning at about 1900 RPM, the changeup at 76, 78. He's looked pretty good so far in this one. 4 strikeouts, only given up 1 hit. Has faced 7 batters in 2 innings. Still scoreless here. Casey Struckmeyer will get things started for Washington Southwest. Goes up swinging, comes up empty-handed. Coming set is Gabler. Struckmeyer swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. Just pokes one at the shortstop, throws over to first, and it skips away. Carson Burns' throw one hops, and not able to handle it is Carson Burke. Struckmeyer aboard on the throwing error. That brings up Tyler Schuleman. He takes a strike at the knees. Schuleman, a right-handed pitcher and outfielder, 6', 170. Fouls one back into the screen behind home plate. Now behind in the count 0-2. Takes a pitch outside. 1-2 the count. Some defensive changes for you for Washington Northwest that I have all squared away. Dotzauer blocks that ball, keeps it in front of him, and keeps the runner at first. Johnson still in left field. Patterson and Bruce flip-flop. Patterson now in center field. Bruce over in right. At third base is Scholl. Burns still at short. Hogan still at second. Burke over at first now. Dotzauer still behind home plate. Gabler still on the mound. He delivers. Hit high into the air, but in the infield. And now it drifts into shallow center. Hogan calls it and makes the catch for out number 1 in inning number 3. One away now. Seth Minor to the plate. Minor, 6'1", 175. Aggressive early in the count. Gabler. Throw over to first, but going to be off the mark. It goes off the glove of Scholl. Burns does what he can to try to get the out. That brings up Josh Baldwin. He takes a pitch at the knees for a called strike.
Who'd you give that error to? Third base? Thank you.
Ball in the dirt, blocked by Dotzauer, and the runners scramble back to their bags. Scholl was awarded the error there as the ball goes off his glove in the infield. 1-1, swung on and missed. Gabler ahead in the count now, 1-2. To Josh Baldwin. 2 runners in front of him, just 1 out. Both runners reaching via an error. The 1-2. Pitch is high. Ball 2. Count even at 2-2. 2 runners on. Gabler spins, but no throw to second. Casey Struckmeyer on second, Seth Miner on first. Burns holding the runner on at second. Now he retreats. The 2-2 pitch is hit high into the air into shallow right field. Calling for it is Bruce. He'll make the catch. Struckmeyer fakes a tag, but heads back to second. 2 away now in the third. So we're back to the top of the order. Vicente Feliciano steps up. He went down looking in the first inning. RBI opportunity here for the left-handed hitter. Fouls one down the line. The 0-1 hit hard towards right field, but right at Bruce. So 2 outs to Bruce, Gage Bruce out in right field after shifting over there from center. The ball finds him. No runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 2 runners left on base. Still scoreless, headed to the top half of the 4th inning. Here's a look at the scoreboard as it sits right now. Washington Northwest, a chance to break the scoreless tie when we come back with more baseball action here at Harry and David Field. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships presented by Table Rock Sports.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram Trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back. Washington Northwest, Washington Southwest classes of 2022 going at it this morning in Medford, Oregon. Here in the Rogue Valley, it's all scoreless. We're at the top of the order. Carson Hayes takes over at second base for Washington Southwest. Back to the mound for his 4th inning of work is Parker Smith. He's given up 4 hits but stranded everyone that's gotten aboard. Well, Tipka gets out of the way of that pitch from Smith. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And then takes a strike on the outside corner, now behind in the count 1-2. Swings, and that one goes to the backstop. Baldwin can't get the block on it. So Wotipka advances on a swinging strike. Would have been strikeout number 6 for Smith. So that'll bring up Tyler Hogan. Went down looking his first time up. Goes up swinging right away, and it's snagged by Hayes over to first for 2. You come into the game, the ball will find you, and Carson Hayes was ready for it. Spears the ball and then flips it over to first. Wotipka thought it was going to be a base hit. He gets double up. And a chance for another 1-2-3 inning for Parker Smith. Chris Woodside at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on for him. The 2-1 from Smith. Outside now 3-1. Woodside went down swinging in the first inning. Fouls one off, and now the count runs full with 2 outs. Bryce Johnson on deck. He's hopeful for a chance, but we'll see what the payoff pitch does, and that's fouled away first base side and out of play. That one's fouled first base side. The bravest man in sports in between second and shortstop, but swung on and missed. No need to worry about getting hit by a ball in play because Smith sets him down on strikes, his 6th of the day. Through 4 innings of work. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. An unconventional 1-2-3 inning, but a 1-2-3 inning nonetheless. We head to the bottom of the 4th. We're all square at 0. Still waiting to see who can break the scoreless tie. Can Washington Southwest do it? Find out in the bottom half of the 4th inning. When we come back, you're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships, presented by Table Rock Sports and the City of Medford. Back in a bit.
Seen a new way to achieve the highest level of savings. Peak Rewards. The Peak Rewards app is your roadmap to savings wherever your journey takes you. Simply by using our mobile app, you can shop for a mountain of savings in any of our convenience stores and fuel up for less. Just download the Peak Rewards app, register, find participating stations and stores near you, and start saving. With Peak Rewards, you can travel further for less. So what are you waiting for? Download Peak Rewards today and find a location near you.
We're going to reset the defense for you. In left field, Fenton, Patterson, Johnson from left to right. The left side of the infield, Schull and Burns. The right side, Schwartzmiller and Burke. And now behind the dish is Chris Woodside. Bottom of the 4th inning, Washington Southwest to the plate. Kyle Mamarian will lead things off in the 4th for Washington Southwest. First pitch swinging, that's going into right field. Johnson under it and makes the catch for a quick out. Gabler out for another inning of work. Has induced 3 straight fly balls to right field. Isaiah McFall digs in, the left-handed hitter. Flew out to left field in the first inning. Fastball taken for a called strike. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Another ball, count now 2-1. Two-one foul back, evens up the count 2-2. Pretty mild day in Medford so far, 72 degrees. Cloudy and smoky in the Rogue Valley. Wildfire smoke blowing into the Rogue Valley, and then it just sits here. Another fouled off by McFall. Coming set is Gabler. He delivers the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Down goes McFall. Strikeout number 5 for Jacob Gabler. Both pitchers have been doing well, evident on the scoreboard. A lot of zeros through 3.5 innings. 2 outs, Carson Hayes, who had quite the web gem in the top half. See if he can turn some of that momentum and bring some of the magic from the glove to the bat. Fouls off the first pitch. 2 outs, nobody on. 0-1 the count. That's hit high, right side, shallow right field. 3 people there, and then Johnson calls off the first and second baseman to make the play in foul territory. A 1-2-3 inning. Less than an hour of play. We're through 4 innings. We're headed to the top of the 5th. Still scoreless here at Harry and David. We'll be back with some more action. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships, presented by Table Rock Sports and the City of Medford.
Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
The PH should make an F. I've been wrong before.
New pitcher for Washington Southwest. It's Joshua Koffs from Skyview High School, 6'2" right-hander from Vancouver, Washington. He'll face Bryce Johnson, who made a pair of outs in the previous inning. Koff's fastball sits 77-79. The curveball around 65 to 67, but spins it well. anywhere between 2,200 and 2,300 RPM. The changeup right around 70, 71 miles an hour. Ahead early, 0-2 against Bryce Johnson. Fouls one off, stays alive. An impressive pitching line for Parker Smith. 4 innings, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Poked down the left field line, snagged by Feliciano, and then fumbled on the transfer. Actually, that is Kyle Mamarian over at third base now. Feliciano's over at shortstop. In left field, Isaiah McFall. At second, Carson Hayes. Jack Fenton at the plate takes a called strike at the knees. Johnson now with a pair of singles. Fouled away out of play. 0-2 again. Runner goes. The throw not going to be in time. Bryce Johnson was caught stealing in the second. Little redemption there as that ball in the dirt. It's a little, it was going to take a bit to get down there, and that's now Joe Schutz behind the plate. One, two in the dirt, now 0-2 the count. The 2-2. That's hit into the gap in left center. Johnson will score. Fenton looking to turn and go 2. The throw comes into second, sliding in safely is Jack Fenton. And they break up the scoreless tie. The stolen base pays off. Fenton picks up an RBI. They trade places. And now it's 1-0 Washington Northwest. First base side foul and out of play. Jonah Scholl at the plate. Jack Fenton on second. Swing and a miss. A healthy hack at that one. Scholl behind in the count 1-2. Koff's trying to pick up his first out of the inning, end of the appearance. 2-2 the count. Fenton takes his leadoff second, held on by Hayes. That's blocked, but it gets away from Schutz, and scampering over to third is Fenton. Now the count runs full with a runner on third and no outs. Fighting off that pitch as Schull was leaning over the plate, and that pitch was low and away. Just gets the barrel head to the ball. Stays alive in the count. Payoff pitch. Just inside. Good take by Schull. He'll take his base. First three batters reach. And I believe that is the first walk of the game. Doesn't come until the fifth inning. Pitch is low. Carson Burke at the plate. Grounded out to second, his first time up to end the inning in the second. 1-0. Runner goes, no throw. A stand-up stolen base from Schull. Two runners in scoring position now. Nobody out. Top of the fifth inning, one run's already come around to score. That's hit into right center. Two outfielders right there, no collision. Throw coming into third, a run will score, and over to third is Jonah Schull. A sacrifice fly from Carson Burke makes it 2-0. You could hear a sigh of relief from the crowd in the press box as Weissenfels and Walling came dangerously close to colliding. Walling ended up making the catch in right center. They get the out, but Washington Northwest gets a run. A productive out from Carson Burke. Carson Burns to the plate. He hits one foul, third base side into the fencing. Now, once again, coughs ahead in the count, 0-2. One out and a runner on third. Carson Burns singled back in the third, made it all the way around to third base, but was left stranded there. The 0-2 fouled off, staying alive, and another opportunity to drive in a run. Coughs delivers the 0-2. Called strike three, catches the outside corner of the plate, and now there's two outs. His first strikeout of the day. That'll bring up Dylan Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller singled of the infield variety. Ended up just a chopper that stopped about halfway down the first baseline. Spits on a ball in the dirt. With a runner on third, Schwartzmiller an RBI opportunity with two outs. Two runs have already come around to score. Another chopper down the first baseline, but this one's going to get a little bit further past it. Keaton Fisher fields it at first, and that ends the inning. But not before two runs come around to score on two hits. One runner left on. Take a look at your Travel Medford scoreboard of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships. Washington Northwest ahead 2-0 now, breaking up the scoreless tie in the fifth. A chance for Washington Southwest to answer. We'll see Reese Walling, Joe Weissenfels, and Keaton Fisher when we come back right here on Table Rock Sports.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
John Vara getting warmed up from Port Angeles High School in Washington. 6'8", 240. It's a big body on the mound. About 7'3" standing on top of the mound. An imposing presence. Fastball right around 80, 82. The slider coming in about 70, 71. The changeup 71, 73. Spins that breaking ball anywhere in the 1900 range. Reese Walling, the first to face the towering right-hander. The 1-0 called strike on the inside corner. Reese Walling at the plate, the left-hander, probably not used to not being the tallest person in the room. 6'5". But now facing off against the 6'8" Vara. Takes another one, 3-1 the count. Thought he had ball 4, flipped his bat towards the dugout, but the home plate umpire had other ideas. We'll get a payoff pitch. Popped straight up. Calling for it is Woodside, but Wotipka had a chance to make a play. Nobody does, and Reese Walling gets a new life. Another impressive pitching line. Swung on and missed. John Vara battles back from a 3-1 count to get the strikeout. 6th strikeout of the day for Washington Southwest. Vara's first, taking down the first batter he sees. That'll bring up Joe Weissenfels, the right fielder. Jacob Gabler, who started the game for Washington Northwest, goes 4 innings, only gives up 1 hit, strikes out 5. Doesn't walk anybody, doesn't give up any runs. Leaves the game in good hands for Vara. (1-0) the count. Inside, now 2-0. The 2-0, that's going to be a called strike at the knees. fouled away. It catches Woodside, so the home plate umpire gives Woodside just a little bit of time to breathe behind the dish after taking that foul ball off the knee. Wotipka back over at first. Gage Bruce over in right field. Tyler Hogan taking over at shortstop. Schwartzmiller at second. Scholl at third. Fenton in left. And Maxwell Patterson in center field. Bottom of the fifth. Washington Northwest leads 2-0. Hit down the line. That's going to be a fair ball into the right field corner. Heading for two. And with a stand-up double is Joe Weissenfels. His first of the morning game. Brings up Keaton Fisher. The 6'5" lefty watches ball one go to the outside. Weissenfels with the leadoff second. Working from the stretch is Vara, and he pulls the string on the breaking ball. 1-1 the count. Flared out into left field. Camping under it is Fenton, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Brings up Casey Struckmeyer. Reached on a throwing error back in the third inning. An opportunity here for Struckmeyer, the 6-foot righty out of Columbia River High School, to get Washington Southwest on the board. 2 away here in the bottom of the fifth. Way inside, and that catches Struckmeyer on the back arm. Tried to pirouette out of the way. Running was Weissenfels, but because it hits the batter, he's got to head back to second. So there's 2 outs, 2 runners on now. Tyler Schuleman comes up to the plate. Popped out to the second baseman his first time up in shallow center field. First pitch from Vara to Schuleman is in the dirt for a ball. The 1-0. That'll be a called strike in on the hands of Schuleman. Weissenfels on second, Struckmeyer on first. 2 outs. Washington Southwest looking for their first runs of the game. There goes the runners. A hit and run is on. It's a chopper at the third baseman. Fire over to first in time to get the out. Good play there by Jonah Scholl to get his team out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. Washington Northwest holds on to a 2-run lead. We'll see Joshua Koffs again, and we'll talk about how that first inning looked for him, some of the stats behind his pitching numbers. We'll get to that after this. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships presented by the City of Medford and Table Rock Sports.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram Trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Top of the 6th inning. Action about to resume at Harry and David Field here in Medford, Oregon. Joshua Koffs with an 0-2 count to Eric Dotzauer. Able to hold off is Dotzauer and just inside. For those of you wanting to follow the action along, rosters are available on the Baseball Northwest website. Called strike 3, Dotzauer. So if you head to the Baseball Northwest website, baseballnorthwest.com, click on events, and then click on the 2021 Northwest Championships. Should take you to the About page, and just about a half scroll down the page, the 2021 Northwest Championship rosters are available. So you can follow along the action, keep track of your favorite players or whoever you're trying to keep an eye on. Gage Bruce is one we're keeping an eye on. He's got a 2-2 count against Koffs. Takes one inside for a ball. Count runs full. Koffs, in that first inning of work back in the 5th, fastball was sitting 76-78. Curveball coming in around 66, 67 miles an hour. He was spinning that curveball about 2,200 RPM, 2277. And after a strikeout, Koffs allows Bruce aboard via the walk. That'll bring up Maxwell Patterson. All those statistics are available for college and professional scouts. Just get in touch with one of the Baseball Northwest staff members and they'll get you added to the Telegraph message. You can get videos and stats of the players from this game and from the fields all around. Patterson went down swinging in the 3rd. That was against Parker Smith. Throw over to first. Diving back into the bag is Gage Bruce, but no tag applied. Struckmeyer over there at first base. Runner goes. The throw down. Sliding safely into the bag is Bruce. Good steal there. Shoots behind the plate, taking over for Josh Baldwin back in the 5th inning. A walk turns into a double after the stolen base. 1 out, runner on second. 3-0 to Patterson. Taking all the way, and he takes a walk down to first. 2 runners aboard with 1 out. Headed to the top of the lineup with Caden Wotipka. And that looks like that may be it for Koffs. And it will be, we're going to get a pitching change here. But first, we're going to take a brief break to thank some of the people that make this broadcast possible on Table Rock Sports. We'll be back in the top of the 6th with 1 out and 2 on. A new pitcher coming your way on the other side of this break. Welcome back. We're at Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. Keaton Fisher, 6'4", right-handed pitcher. Primarily a corner infielder, but can also throw. Don't have any pitching stats listed for him on the Baseball Northwest website. But to give you an idea of the kind of arm he's working with, that infield velocity is around 88 miles an hour. That's why they put him in the hot corner. He's taking on Caden Wotipka and dots the corner for a called strike. Inheriting 2 runners, taking over for Joshua Koffs, who went an inning and a third, gave up 2 hits, walked 3, and struck out 2 runners going. Throw down to third, not in time. Bruce gets into the bag safely. And Mamarian, even if he did apply the tag, loses the ball. A double steal goes in Washington Northwest's favor. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Wotipka a chance to add to the Washington Northwest lead. That's outside for a ball. Bruce picks up 2 stolen bases, steals second and third. Wotipka behind in the count 1-2. And that's inside count even at 2-2. Two from Fisher. High, now the count runs full. The payoff pitch. Hit to the right side. Diving for it was Hayes. Can't get to it this time. Slipping around first is Wotipka. The throw comes in from Weissenfels, but the run will score. Runners hold at the corners. Hayes was looking for his second diving web gem of the day. Didn't quite get to it. Just out of the reach. An RBI single for Wotipka. It's now 3-0 in favor of Washington Northwest. Tyler Hogan headed to the plate. Maxwell Patterson now on third. Wotipka leads off first. There he goes. No throw from Schutz. Once again, 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Patterson didn't bite on the fake throw from Schutz. That's a called strike, and now Hogan's behind in the count 1-2. Bruce and Patterson will be charged to Joshua Koffs. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Schutz, kept it in front of him. Now the count runs full, 3-2. The payoff pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 4, and here comes Patterson. He'll score standing up from third. And runners on the corners again. Another run comes around to score, and it's 4-0, just like that, in the blink of an eye. Wotipka advances to third on the ball that got away from Schutz. Hogan over to first. All 4 of the runs that have scored so far charged to Joshua Koffs. The 2 batters on now are Keaton Fisher's responsibility. Chris Woodside at the plate. Woodside gone down swinging both times. Those were both against Parker Smith. Runner goes, swinging, and it's hit high into the air behind home plate and foul, out of play. One, 2 the count. Top of the 6th inning, 2 runs have come around to score already. Runners on the corners here for Woodside. That pitch low and away, blocked by Schutz, and now the count is even at 2-2. Hogan goes. That's hit. Popped up into the air. Hogan's got to scamper back to first. And Schutz doesn't look like he can make the play behind the plate. So Woodside will get a new life. Schutz was coming right up on the fence in the backstop. So another 2-2 to come from Fisher. Hogan off first, Wotipka off third. And the count runs full again, 3-2, 1 out. The payoff pitch. Big breaking ball that doesn't drop enough into the zone, and now the bases are full. Chris Woodside draws the walk. Bryce Johnson will dig into the right-handed batter's box. A good opportunity here to add to an already growing Washington Northwest lead. They're up 4-0 in the top of the 6th. First pitch from Fisher misses outside for a ball. Wotipka on third, Hogan on second, Woodside on first. First two pitches to Bryce Johnson, nowhere close, so it's 2-0. That's at the knees, a called strike. Outside 3-1, in danger of walking in a run here. Great chance for Bryce Johnson. Got to expect a strike here. Inside and called strike on the knees. Picture perfect pitch from Fisher. The count is full. The bases are full. Something's got to give here with one out in the top of the sixth. Hard hit into center field. Walling tracking it will make the catch. Pump fakes the throw. Tries to draw a runner to go to third. Instead, it just ends up being a sacrifice fly. An RBI for Bryce Johnson. And now the lead for Washington Northwest grows to 5. 2 outs now at least for Fisher. 2 runners on, as Wotipka was the one who tagged and scored from third. Jack Fenton at the plate, goes up swinging. Out ahead of that pitch. Fenton had an RBI double in the 5th. Went down looking in the 2nd. That's ripped over the head of Feliciano at shortstop, running around third and heading home is Hogan. Woodside also being waved around. That ball went all the way to the fence. Another RBI double for Jack Fenton. This time he drives in 2 runs. Seven nothing for Washington Northwest. 5 runs in the top of the 6th inning. Jack Fenton clears the bases. Jonah Scholl at the plate now. Takes a breaking ball for a called strike 1. Blocked by Schutz. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Scholl, 1 for 1. A single in the 2nd, walked in the 5th, and stole a base. Takes a pitch inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. Fenton takes a lead off second, held on by Hayes. That's in the dirt and again blocked by Schutz. Count now 3-1. A good hitter's count here for Jonah Scholl. That's high, ball 4. A game that was moving along at a nice pace has since hit a wall as the Washington Northwest offense comes alive, making pitchers pay for walks. 2 outs, 2 aboard. Carson Burke at the plate. Watches the first pitch go by. We do have some pitching numbers now for Keaton Fisher. Fastball right around 74, 76 miles an hour. Curveball 61, 64, spinning it in the 1800 range. 2-0 the count. Burke looking for something to hit. Watches that ball go by for a strike, and now the count is 2-1. Chopper foul, third base side, out of play towards the Washington Southwest dugout. Fouled, out of play, first base side. Five runs have scored on just 2 hits. And that breaking ball is over the head of Carson Burke. The count now full again, 3-2. Fenton takes his lead off second, Scholl off first. Fisher comes set, having to work out of the stretch for the entirety of the inning. Called strike 3. They get out of the inning, but the damage has been done. 5 runs on 2 hits, 5 walks. Quite costly for the Washington Southwest team. They've got their work cut out for them in the bottom half of the 6th inning. We'll be back with more action here on Table Rock Sports. You're watching the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships.
Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Back out is John Vara. Get things going here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Washington Southwest has their work cut out for them. Only 2 hits in the game so far. Some fist bumps from the corner infielders, Wotipka and Scholl. Tyler Hogan at shortstop now. Called strike at the knees to Seth Minor. Reached on an error back in the 3rd, which feels like a lifetime ago after the top half of that 6th inning. Fouls one back. Now the count is 0-2. Schwartzmiller over at second. At first is Wotipka. In right field, is Bryce Johnson. In center, Gage Bruce. And over in left, Jack Fenton. Grounder at the shortstop. Fires over to first. Tyler Hogan over to Wotipka. So that'll bring up Joe Schutz. He gets his first at-bat. He took over in the 5th inning for Josh Baldwin. First pitch misses low for a ball. Schutz, a 6'1" right-hander, 175 out of Summit High School from Washington. Watches the first 2 go by. 2-0 the count. Waiting on deck, Vicente Feliciano. Vara comes set, delivers the 2-0. That's called strike at the knees. Fastball sits about 80-82. Still waiting on some updated stats for him from this game. But when you're 6'8", 80-82 looks a whole lot faster because it's getting released a lot closer to you than most pitchers. 3-1 the count. Shoots awaits the pitch, and that's low for a ball. Lineup card flipping over. Feliciano headed to the left-handed batter's box, 0 for 2 today. Called out on strikes and then flew out to right field. That was in the first and third inning. Throw over to first. Tag applied, but safely back into the bag was Schutz. Vara working out of the stretch. But the pitching has been solid thus far for the Washington Northwest team. And now time is called. Parker Gwynn will talk it over with Vara, see how he's doing. They were talking before the inning started. Might be getting close to his pitch count. Just Gabler and Vara were the ones scheduled to pitch today for Washington Northwest. Not sure if Gwynn saw something. No one getting loose in the Northwest pin, so it's going to be all Vara. 2-0 count right now to Feliciano. Schutz takes his lead off first. Called strike. Feliciano able to hold back, but a strike call given nonetheless. 2-1 the count, 1 out. Vara looks in. Schutz inches off first. Now he goes. Throw down to second. Not in time. Schutz is safely into the second base. Was a close play there. Woodside's throw just a touch behind. 3-1. Feliciano swinging, fouls it off over home plate. So the count runs full. Washington Southwest still looking for that first run. A good opportunity here. Full count, 1 out. Runner on second. Feliciano trying to get his first hit of the day if he finds some outfield grass. Well, we won't have to worry about that if scenario. Second straight walk from Vara. Runners on first and second now. That brings up Kyle Mamarian, also 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fly out to right field. Just like the batter before him. Takes a pitch for a ball. The Skyview high schooler at the plate. Throw over to first. Hogan covering, but easily back into the bag was Joe Schutz. Fouls away the 1-0, evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Count 2-1 now. This may be the last inning of play. There is a 2-hour time limit. got the game started at 8, 9:51 now. And I believe both teams are out of scheduled pitchers, so no reason to go to a 7th inning. Keaton Fisher wasn't set to come into the game to pitch, but Joshua Koffs had a little bit of a struggle in his outing, so Fisher relieved him. 3-1 the count. Vara delivers inside and 3 straight walks. The bases are loaded. Woodside's going to call time and talk to his pitcher, talk things over, and talk strategy here as Isaiah McFall will head to the plate. We got through the first 4 innings in under an hour. The 5th and 6th inning, after I said that we got through the 4th inning in under an hour, have not gone as quickly. I'll take the blame for that one. First pitch to McFall, fouled back into the screen behind home plate. Count 0-1. Vara attacking after walking the last 3 batters. McFall 0 for 2 today. Flew out to end the first, struck out in the 4th. The 0-1. Outside, evens up things at 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a hard hit ball up the middle. Diving stop at second by Schwartzmiller, and they get the runner at second. Great play there up the middle by Schwartzmiller. A run does come around to score, but the second out is recorded, showing off the range. It was a hard hit ball. Washington Southwest does get their first run. But saving multiple runs is Schwartzmiller over at second. Throw over to first. McFall diving safely back into the bag. That's flared out, first base side, out of play. Count 1-1. Carson Hayes at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounder, third base side, fielded by Hogan. Throw over to first. Not in time. Hayes legs out an infield RBI single. Showing off the wheels. Keeps the inning alive for Washington Southwest. Feliciano comes around to score. Isaiah McFall over at second now. That's ripped, but right at Wotipka. He'll end the inning. And I believe that will do it. 9:55, so an hour and 55 minutes have gone by. And that's how we'll wrap things up. An exciting final few innings. A lot to talk about. Fortunately, not a lot of time to talk about it. Washington Northwest wins 7-2 on 8 hits, 2 errors. Washington Southwest coming up with 2 runs on 3 hits. All 2 of those runs coming in the 6th inning. On one hit, 3 walks ended up being a little costly for John Vara, but he ends up getting out of it. John Gabler, the first 2 pitchers really, Jacob Gabler went 4 innings, gave up just 1 hit, struck out 5, no runs. Parker Smith, the starter for the Washington Southwest team, also going 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, didn't walk anyone, and struck out 6. Both doing a great job on the mound for their respective teams out of the gates. And the reason that it only took 55 minutes to get through those first 4 innings, took another hour to get through the next 2. We'll be back with more action. Utah versus Washington Metro South in about 30 minutes. That'll be on a different stream, but right here on Table Rock Sports. I'm Josh Shelton. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you back here in about 30 minutes for another great game of the 2021 Baseball Northwest Championships presented by the City of Medford and Table Rock Sports.